Hello, Internet. My name is Chamomile.
And my name is not pronounceable by human tongues, but you may refer to me as Requiem.
That's a very...
Sweet.
That's the kind of name that I would expect from someone who is, very, very trustworthy and safe, you know? Just... When someone whose name is unpronounceable to human beings comes to interact with us and says their name is Requiem, I feel like that's gonna be okay. Everything about that is fine. Everything is fine.
Don't ask me what happened to your clone.
Okay, all right, I hear you. I will not ask about that. I think we should go for a short game or a full game, because a short game we may be able to fit into a single episode, but a full game we could probably fit into a single week of episodes, so you know.
Yeah, I do full game. We're playing Monster Prom for those of you at home. Monster Prom is a psychological horror game. This is what Silent Hill's playable trailer was trying to be. It is just so chilling and terrifying. It's definitely not a dating sim.
Yeah, what? No, I don't play dating sims. That would be ridiculous. I'm a horror gamer. Any game that has not verifiably caused at least one heart attack or mysterious suicide, I don't even look at it, because I'm hardcore like that. Grr.
So these are the playable characters. I think they all have canon names. So you've got on the right, you've got the Frankenstein, who I don't remember. I think her name is Vicky. I remember. Then you've got the zombie. I don't remember his name. The girl in red is supposed to be like an Ifrit. And I always play the guy in yellow because he is a manifestation of fear. He is a literal ball of anxiety, which speaks to me on a deeply personal level.
That's fair. Yeah, alright, we'll go with him.
You can change the name, I think, so you can make that Chamomile or Oz.
Let's go with Oz. I was leaning towards the girl in red just on the grounds that you always pick the fire starter, but Okay, so Miranda Vanderbilt is a mermaid. Damien LeVay is too old for high school. So is Scott Howell. I guess you do have to have characters who aren't minors. Usually you get around that by having everyone be 18. I guess instead this is just a university prom. Yeah, so Scott Howell's a werewolf.
I mean, Liam is at least 400 years old, so...
He is a hipster vampire, but I gotta say I'm not feeling the vampire vibe. Polly Geist, who is obviously, you know, a werewolf. And Vera Oberlin, who is they call her a Gorgon, which is more accurate, but I mean, we call them Medusas now. That's just like Pegasus and Chimera and Sphinx, that is now an improper noun.
So Chamomile, which one of these eligible bachelors and bachelorettes are you feeling?
I could go for the demon guy. I could go for Polygeist there. Normally I'd be all over the vampire, but like this is not my kind of vampire. I feel like I've been cheated. I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on which one you would like to go after.
You know, it's funny. I think you do, but I think you're wrong.
I mean, I was gonna say the mermaid as a joke, but now I'm actually not sure. I'm wondering how much of this I should be reading.
This is they're gonna give you a quiz that'll determine your starting stats.
It's like, I mean, like, I'm wondering how much of this I'd be reading out loud, just because, like, are people watching this or are they listening to this? If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? We're off to a great start. Okay, no, this is the answer for me is definitely a human being, because I'm the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes in stupid questions like this one. I am exactly that kind of douchebag.
That sounds like your answer. It sounds like the answer you would give if somebody asked you that question.
Like that question was both poorly phrased and kind of shitty.
It's your chance to fix global warming. Go ahead.
I like how the first one is, nah, the world is doomed. It's like, how would you fix global warming? Fuck it. Okay, so none of these are remotely real solutions, but in fairness, we were warned in advance that this is a stupid test. Like, none of these are even like, maybe we should limit emissions or something, right? There is no sensible, I have some kind of actual plan answer, right? So, I'm gonna go with the, fuck it, I'm just gonna get rich answer.
What would be your dream first date chamomile?
Okay, one of them just says crimes. I haven't read the others, but, like, that one is a strong frontrunner already. Okay, an art exhibition, a sweaty and manly wrestling match, a wild party in international waters. Okay, but it doesn't involve crimes. Like, there's some competition here, but, okay, a professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice. Okay, I identify fairly strongly as, like, a businessman, but, dude, no. That's work. Okay, a lovely walk in the forest after rescuing your date from a dragon. Well, I do get to kill a dragon in that one, but the date is incidental to that, so crimes for sure. Okay, I mean, I guess I'm leaning demon, then.
Now, we have two options here. I can explain to you how the mechanics work, or you can just try to figure it out on your own.
I think I'll try to figure it out, at least initially.
Alright.
We'll see how far in I get before I give up. Anyway, in fairness... Oh god, this is quite a loading screen, isn't it? Does it usually take this long? I'm worried something's gone wrong.
It does not usually take that long. You know, my computer is a potato, so...
So yeah, that is very concerning. Let me close some background apps real quick. And so, welcome back, because we're editing out what that just happened.
Man, I've never seen so much blood in my life.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm into what I'm into. So... Yep, I have no goddamn clue where we're going, but...
Well, when you were a student, where would you go during school?
Well, right, like, I feel like class is the obvious first place to go. I was trying to figure out, I mean, I am a literal ball of anxiety, so there's that. That feels like I'm either too scared to go to class, or I'm scared of what might happen if I don't. I feel like I'm willing to role-playing this character just by sitting here, like, at the gates of the school, figuring out, where do I go? Just imagining myself, you know, him tapping his fingers against his chin. Like, I'm supposed to go to class, but class is scary. Maybe I can just not go to class and no one will notice. But yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and go to class. Okay, so I got 2 smart points. Damien has approached.
Ooh.
No.
Loser. He's threatened to murder us. This is off to an excellent start.
Hang on. What stat do I use to kill people? Because I am ready to rock. Okay, so our options here, since I've done yaoi art of the vampire and the demon cuddling, which seems like a thing I might do, except that again, I'm not. This is not nearly vampiric enough. Like, I need someone who is deathly pale, obvious fangs. The ears look fishy somehow. I guess they're supposed to be bat-like, which...
Yeah.
Okay, no, I like vampires. I'm not a bat furry. It's different.
You swear. You keep telling me that, but...
Alright, so moving right along from that conversation, dwelling on that for not 1 second longer, I am going to... There's no option to murder Damien, but there is an option to tell him that what the fuck this is fucking art.
And that did not work.
Well, fuck him then. At least half the images on the search results for Yowie are Sherlock.
Well, we're gonna get disemboweled. That was a short game.
Let's fucking go, buddy. Okay, Vampire Guy. I'm starting to warm up on Vampire Guy now. Okay, so how do I unlock playing as Damien?
You do not.
Fuck.
Now you have to pick where you sit at lunch, which is always a fun activity when you are a ball of anxiety.
Okay, so that's not the mermaid, is it?
That is the mermaid, yeah.
That is the mermaid. Okay, so this one over here is some other person.
Yeah.
Why am I the new kid in this school? I don't know any of these people. Aren't I in my last 6 weeks?
I mean, ball of anxiety, you probably didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, until, like, I realize I've got 6 weeks till prom. I've got to figure out someone to go with. Okay, I'm just going to sit down with these because there's the vampire guy who I'm starting to warm up with. Okay. Liam, looking disgruntled, which is his default. That's fair.
Miranda's upset.
Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? An 8.5 on the Frowny Liam scale. How high does that scale go? I'm starting to feel Miranda.
He's one of those people who post food on Instagram because he doesn't actually eat food. He's a vampire. He just drinks blood.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he's losing points as fast as he's gaining them.
Not to the people who leave scathing Yelp reviews.
I think I have specifically used that line before as, like, a ridiculous non-threat. Like, I'm going to leave you a scathing Yelp review. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages?
Why don't they simply buy more money? Apparently this is not the first time this has happened.
So the options here are to assemble an army of homeless people to write positive Yelp reviews at the cafeteria. And then option B is we're going to get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy expose of the poor quality of this high school cafeteria. I love this game. This is fantastic. I'm not sure. The more... Like, I like Liam when he had, like, these obscure facts, but, you know, he was sort of, like, cool-headed and knowledgeable about weird things. But he's starting to come across as kind of self-important now. He's leaning on that hipster bit a little bit too much.
So you're going to go with the underwater princess. She's definitely not going to be self-important.
I mean, she clearly doesn't know, like, anything about how the world works, but she also feels like she's trying to help. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Miranda's side on. Although, I mean, on the other hand, in fairness, Liam is almost certainly correct. It's a high school cafeteria. It probably sucks.
The question you have to ask for both of them. So, like, Liam's 400 years old. What is he doing at high school? Miranda is a underwater princess. What is she doing at not some sort of private academy?
Yeah, why isn't she in some kind of submarine boarding school? I've just realized that this is a high school movie or a high school game, but it's it's one of those high school movies where everyone is clearly in their 20s, except that everyone is actually in their 20s.
With Liam, you always run into that thing with vampires who are underage. Like, are they still mentally a teenager, or?
Sure, has he just been 17 for the past 400 years?
If you get vampires like Claudia in Interview with Vampire, she's part of the point of her character arc is that she is trapped in the body of a child and she's an adult woman, and that's part of where the tragedy of her comes from. But I feel like you get somebody like, I've not read Twilight, but I feel like I'm guessing Edward is basically an 18-year-old in an 18-year-old's body forever. Kind of an interesting question to look at when you do vampires.
So I'm starting to wonder now, if I attempt to take Miranda's side here, I wonder if it's even going to work. But I'm going to find out.
It did.
Involves two of my favorite things, gathering an army and outsourcing work to the disenfranchised. If it involved torture and suppression of dissidents, it would hit all my favorites.
They're an absolute monarchy. This is not a constitutional monarchy.
You go to the vast homeless population who wander the woods near the school. Don't ask. Turns out people are pretty gullible when they're starving. I don't know, I feel like I'm still on board with Miranda.
I mean, you could go to the prom with her, maybe get engaged, become prince consort. Assuming she's in line for the throne and it's not like a spare instead of at the heir.
I mean, worst case scenario, I'm super rich.
Principal Giant Spider! You pissed off Principal Giant Spider.
But Principal Giant Spider, it was absolutely vital to the vitality of the school. Can't solve all your problems by manipulating homeless people. I don't approve of the acronym PGS. That is, I want him to be referred to as Principal Giant Spider every time.
Principal Giant Spider. Who I don't believe is romanceable.
That is unfortunate. So it is now the evening of the first week.
All right.
Because that is how weeks work.
Yes. Why is it 6 weeks before the end? Why was it not just a week, like 1 week?
I guess to, do some, make the idea that you're gonna get into a romance with one of these characters slightly more plausible than over the course of a week. Oh, hey, you got some money.
Yeah, no, I went to the library for the evening. I was, kind of expecting I would be a quiet bookworm sitting in the corner. But instead, I did online gambling and made some cash on it, so hey. Oh, hey, these two again? I mean, so the top answer here, where, she wants to know about the Secrets, Everything is Beautiful Club. It's like, oh, you're in luck. I haven't had the membership paperwork right here. Magic is real. Like, that feels like something I would actually say. So I feel like I have to go with this one.
And it did not work. What?
The Everything is Beautiful Club rejected me.
Disgraceful.
1234 Fairy Dust Lane happens to be the national headquarters of the Jerk Brigade. This made me less intelligent?
Yes, it did. It also made you less charming.
I mean, obviously, but less intelligent?
All right.
You should lie to a princess.
That's fair. Totally worth it, though. So, what does this little thing mean?
No, I don't know. You should find out.
Okay.
Give me your money.
Hey, it's a cat girl.
It's true, but I feel like she's over the furry threshold.
Yep. So you'll definitely be romancing her, is what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing a no. Like, you were just silent. Listeners, I may have to call the police at some point during this recording to get them to arrest Chamomile.
I don't even have a cat.
It looks like you're too poor to buy any cocaine.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Oh, cool. I can buy a PR agent for $6. Okay, I have very little fun, but unfortunately I cannot afford the cocaine. A tampon used by the former prom queen. Don't even dare ask me how I got this.
I kind of want to... I don't know what that does. I kind of remember what some of these do. I don't know what that does.
Just gonna sell us a corpse. A fake badass tattoo. Okay, I could use extra charm, I could use extra fun. But I'm worried if I buy these glasses that imply they'll give me fun. Like, I feel like that could end poorly. If my charm bottoms out, do I die of embarrassment?
I don't think so. It's been a while. That would be fun, though.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Bottoms out. If fun bottoms out, you die of boredom.
If your creativity gets too low, then you die of being boring.
All right.
Who do you
Okay.
sit with?
Are they all... I mean, I guess it makes sense that they're sitting in basically the same groups. Let's definitely talk to some new people.
I mean, everyone is basically 21, but...
Right, yeah, like, who here is underage? Ooh, give me that last one.
I mean, I've definitely been drinking Poor Life Choices a lot, but...
The flask of flaskas.
You're gonna drink the whiskey or ultra whiskey? You're gonna drink the whiskey with the genie in it or the ultra whiskey?
This flask contains an ancient genie that I'm gonna drink because I don't give a fuck. I grant my own damn wishes. And then ultra whiskey. I just want to see how Polygeist reacts to this. Like,
So when are they going to release the whiskey bottle breeding spin-off game is the question.
Right? Like, I was hoping that was a minigame in this game until you said that, so I have to assume it isn't now.
There is a surprising amount of getting inanimate objects to mate, I have to admit. Because I'm pretty sure you breed a car at some point.
I want that game now. I want a car breeding racing game. A microwave and a Russian novel to create a pair of designer shoes. Okay, so that was okay.
All right.
Okay, I need more boldness, and what I know from the internet is that whenever you need boldness, you've got to lawyer up, hit the gym, and some other third thing, I forget.
You chose poorly.
I mean, I also could use some charm, so I guess that works too. So the bottom one is clearly the correct answer, but I feel like it may be a little bit irresponsible. But, I mean...
Imagine you're Tyrion. Imagine you're Tyrion, and this is, I don't know, one of the kings or queens he advised at some point. Just imagine Arya has become queen, and she's asking you for advice. Because she's worried about traitors. Despite the fact she can wear other people's faces.
Yeah, no, I feel like if Arya was asking me for advice because she's worried about traitors, then it's like, you're not the queen I supported. I thought you were smarter than this. Like, come on, why do you need my help with this? This is specifically the thing you're good at. Yeah, so the top one I feel like is definitely the best choice. So in the name of good viewing, I'm going to go for the bottom one.
Alright, do you want to tell me, do you want me to tell you how the mechanics work?
No, I'm pretty sure I've got it figured out. I'm just intentionally face planting.
Alright. Oh, she arrested herself.
Well, I can't date Miranda now. She's...
All right.
I've sworn vendetta. I can't forgive that. Okay, where's the option to rob her? Because I would like more money, and I have also decided that she is my enemy.
And she is a princess. She has an army.
Well, yeah, I didn't say I was gonna, like, storm her castle. I said I was gonna rob her.
And she'd probably have bodyguards.
Why don't you rob her person? Just, like, break into her house and steal her stuff. You know, climb some
So you are gonna
misty
storm her
parapet.
castle.
Well, no, I'm not gonna storm it. I'm gonna, like, have a grappling hook and be like a thief and shit. I've played stealth games. I've got this.
I mean, true, but this is a dating game, so... It's a different kind of storming of castles that you're trying to do here.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not the end goal is to get the money. I just want the money so I can buy stuff from the shop, so... I mean, honestly, I'm not even sure who I want to date at this point.
Especially since Principal Giant Spider won't date students.
Yeah, I mean... Presumably, that's why Principal Giant Spider doesn't date students, is because that's such the obvious choice that... You know, why even have other content in the game at that point? So I haven't been to the bathroom in 2 weeks, so... Oh, that worked. I do need to get some charm back, though.
to Miranda Vanderbilt.
Oh God. So I guess you heard about what your vendetta.
It's okay. I've got a lot of smarts. I'll invent an escape device.
Oh, she's executing a goldfish.
Oh my god, it's the cool fish.
No, the cool fish! You have to save the cool fish, Chamomile.
Yes. Enormous fish man with huge rippling muscles somehow, even though he also still has scales. But no, I don't care about impressing Miranda. I'm here to save the school fish. The cool fish. The school's cool fish.
So you need to specifically undermine this somehow. Pocket humans, Pokemon.
Okay, but I need to lose.
You're that confident in your Pokemon skills?
I'm worried about his Pokemon skills. Has he played before?
I mean,
Okay,
I've heard
I'm gonna
he's
go
got
for
a
it.
level. Yeah, he's got like a level 99 lawyer or something. Well, you did save the fish by losing to him in trial by video game.
Yeah, no,
Combat.
the important thing here is that the cool fish got away.
Yeah.
I am disappointed that there was no option to just, like, obviously throw the mash
All right.
in order to impress the cool fish. Alright, so, where do we want to sit?
I
Don't
mean,
worry about that cut. Absolutely nothing happened. It's totally fine.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
I-
still have all of my fingers.
Yeah, entirely. Why would you even bring that up? That's such a weird thing to bring up. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I want to sit over here because we haven't talked to either of these characters before. I don't know.
There's a werewolf and a Medusa. I guess a Gorgon, technically. But we already had that discussion, so... There is a version of the myth where rather than having two sisters and them just being a group called the Gorgons, she was a human who got turned into this one snake-headed creature. So there's a precedent to Medusa being its own independent thing rather than being a specific example of a species. So have you fallen in love yet, Cannonball?
Not especially, but, you know, in this particular situation, I was just like, I'm not really feeling out of this character, so I'm just going to take the chance to be a snake cheerleader.
All right.
Alright, so Where are you gonna go?
Okay, I need to increase charm. Last time I went to the gym, I increased charm. Oh, hey, this is the exact same thing. Oh, no, 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 okay. This is a different dodgeball game. Okay, but I did still get more charm.
Yes. Liam and Rand are having a discussion.
Is a gift.
Liam is enjoying gym, which I feel like has got to be a terrible sign.
And our coach is Tony the Tiger.
So he is. Why is it always like these characters seem to show up in pairs a lot?
Yeah, that is a weird coincidence, and I've never played this game before, so I don't know what's going on. If you ask me what something is, I definitely would not give you the wrong answer to be funny, so feel free to ask me for advice.
Don't you see? The points were inside of us all along.
I mean, that's clearly the correct answer. I don't know what it's going to do, but that's clearly the correct answer. Maybe the real friends were the points we scored along the way. Oh, and it worked for once!
Varsity Art Ball. The only real sport, after all, is togetherness. I'm actually starting to feel okay about my stats.
You really shouldn't.
It's also, I have noticed that there are 6 potential dates and 6 stats.
That is a weird coincidence, and I'm sure nothing will come of it.
So I feel like I should probably actually, you know, start to settle on a plan here.
So this is our first run, so getting you a wide view of things. So you haven't been to the auditorium or outside.
It's true.
Which, you know, it's nice. It's a nice fantasy, this idea of outside. Like, it's obviously something that doesn't exist, but...
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, in a game with, you know, mermaids and werewolves and vampires, why not pretend there's an outdoors?
Like, I know that they claim that in the before times, people would sometimes go, quote, outside, unquote, but, you know...
Well, yeah, but I mean, they also said there used to be vampires in Transylvania, so, you know.
I mean, you obviously we can't trust the stories the ancients tell of there being an outside.
Right, yeah, I mean, ancient people believed in all kinds of crazy myths. You know, they had all these specific locations that were allegedly in the outside, like, you know, there's a place outside called Alfheim, or the Ozarks, which are just obviously fictional, you know, to modern science.
At some point, like, I hope that in, like, 5 or so years, some Generation Alpha kid comes along and watches this video and has no idea what that little segment was just talking about. Like, they're obviously making some sort of in-joke, and I don't know what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the top one because I feel like it'll thin out her soldiers a bit and make it easier to rob her place later.
Hey, it worked!
That's a very specific piece of advice.
I mean, he's an aristocrat. He knows how to do this sort of stuff.
Okay, but I mean, I assume these stats go on a scale of 1 to 10 based on where they were at the beginning.
Alright.
And now I've got one of them at an 11. So, like, I'm basically a god, is the impression that
Yeah,
I'm getting.
that
And you
is
can't
how
talk
this
me out of
game-
it. Can I romance Tony the Tiger?
I hope so. You should definitely give it a try. He's here at lunch, eating lunch with the children, despite being a gym coach.
Yeah, eating lunch with the 21-year-old children.
I mean, they're monsters. Maybe they age slower. He's about to pitch us some cereal, isn't he? Oh, nope. Dietary supplements.
Okay. There's one of these will give me a shiny coat and luxurious mane. And one of these is a completely black bottle with a Chinese character for party time. Which one of these do you think will convince the coach to like us?
I feel like, I'm not super experienced in, like, what drugs do I take to get my teacher to like me in a romantic way. I'm gonna have to defer to your judgment.
You didn't go to one of those high schools?
I did not.
I thought that was a universal experience in modern culture, but, yeah, no, this one feels like the more fun. Swallow the entire bottle of mystery pills. I mean, that gave me a lot of points in my lowest stats, so...
All right.
So we haven't
This
been to
is-
the auditorium.
This is a spectacular game. Yeah, I've visited the auditorium. I have
Oh,
not been to the outdoors.
yeah, we did. So we've
Yeah,
been
it's-
everywhere at this point, except outdoors, which is not real.
That day during recess, like you have in high school when you're 21.
They should have recess for high schoolers.
I mean, that's fair.
There need to be more adult playgrounds. Yeah, I just wanted to go on some swings.
Greetings, my love.
How majestic.
The thing is, I'm not really going for Miranda anymore. So yeah, we're doing this. Yes. Yes, I did.
Disgraceful.
Aw, so you're no longer unto a god.
It's cool. I've started to figure out how this works. I think I can turn that one around. The main thing is, what will high smarts get me? Which...
And the main thing is, like, I played this game a lot, and watching you play, I've never seen someone die playing this game, but I think it's a possibility in this run. Like, I've already lost 3 fingers, and I know you've lost a lot of blood.
It's fine, my marrow can make more of that. And I've only lost a bit of that, so...
Yeah, but, like, I don't understand when that witch showed up, why you hacked into the game and offered her your real-life marrow. Like, was that really necessary?
Honestly, I might skip over that entire thing in editing.
Alright.
And anyways, she was offering me, like, a possibility at an extra 4 charm points, and I was low on charm, so, Okay. Liam the Vampire smarts. Boldness, I'm gonna guess, is either the demon or the werewolf. Creativity is... Oh, maybe these double up, actually. Money is probably the princess? I'm not sure if these actually do directly relate that way, but, because money is so fungible that having it also be the key to one of the date's hearts just seems like, okay. I feel like I could figure out a strategy if I had any idea who I wanted to date. I'm coming around to Liam.
Now, if you were a hipster vampire, what personality would you want a ball of anxiety to have in order to date you?
I feel like it's got to be creativity, because then he is like a tortured artist. Which I believe the auditorium gives us more of that. Why am I in the class play? What about my personality made me think that this was a good idea?
You're actually more fun than you are smart right now.
Mainly because of those mystery drugs that I took.
That's fair.
Greetings, fellow classmates.
Blacked out for 36 hours in Game 2, giving a speech to the student council about dolphin sex. This game is fantastically well written. What if, instead of farmers, they were trains?
You ever get like you're like doing a math question and you have to show your work, and you like in high school and you have to show your work and you get it right, but you would have done the work completely wrong. It's always the best feeling.
Like that one XKCD about how if you know what the answer is, derive blindly forward from the starting point, backward from the answer, and then link them up in the middle with a bit of bullshit, and hopefully they won't notice the seam. I don't know who this person is.
Yeah, it's a mystery. I mean, betraying, we don't have any friends, so,
Right?
Oh, she's a slayer. She's at the wrong school. Or the right school, depending on how you look at it.
I feel like that's accurate to Liam's.
Unbelievable.
Well, here's a question. Is the narrator romanceable?
He does seem like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he's got that sexy gray skin.
All right.
He knows everything because he's narrating it. He knows everything, and he's not called the police on us, as far as I can tell.
So, he's got some motive for, like, he's either in love with us, or he's planning a blackmail scheme.
So now you're so charming, you're like a god.
Yeah, nah,
It's Tony the Tiger!
it is. I have no idea what I'm doing, so my goal here, I just noticed I was nearly at the end of the game here. I was like, my charm is the highest. I'm gonna max that out as a ball of anxiety. Clearly. Oh god. My decisions are having long-term consequences. I was not prepared for this.
No one told me that. No one told me that actions have consequences.
Right?
This is bullshit. Oh, because they're playing Art Ball.
Right, yeah. We're playing Art Ball, so a game where I have no idea how it works.
It involves paintbrushes.
Not anymore, it doesn't. Now it involves live cobras. That's right, I'm racist. I am racist against snakes.
Yeah, except she can control snakes.
Okay, but the point here is that I'm still making some kind of anti-Gorgon racist statement. Oh god! Still racist! Ah!
I thought we abolished points.
Oh no, charm! That's what I wanted. In fairness, I guess if I wanted charm, then I did basically everything wrong in that encounter.
Yeah.
It is still my highest stat, though, so we're doing more of this. Okay, now Monster Prom needs a sequel, and it needs to have a mercy stat, and it needs to check this game for that flag so it can start you with a lower mercy stat.
They are coming out with a sequel.
Okay, so that's step one then.
How majestic.
I know that's what I use Tinder for.
Pretending to be in a magical slumber. Oh my god, that's why people keep sending them. It's your fault. I always wondered, like, why do people keep doing this when it never works? But I guess we found out.
I mean, I certainly consider them tokens of affection.
Okay, I don't want her to expand her empire, because I'm still hoping for a chance to rob her sometime.
My knight in shiny armor.
That would be a good romance option, a hatless swordsman.
That would actually... Like, that would totally work.
You go on what, like, Monster Grinder, and you see
All right.
And
I
he's
mean,
one of those
always-
picks where it's just, you know, a big, well-muscled body and nothing else, and then you go on the date with him and he's literally, like, he doesn't have a head. That would... Okay, so who do I think I can go to the prom with a whole bunch of charm and maybe a little bit of smarts? I feel like dating someone who's charming is too mainstream for the hipster vampire. Like, at this point, I have moved away from trying to find true love and have now migrated into trying to avoid the humiliation of going to prom alone. I need more drugs.
We're going with an absolutely ridiculous number of push-ups. would be a ridiculous number of push-ups.
On a cafeteria floor, any number, really, unless you've got gloves.
Nice.
Okay, so I've got Charm and Boldness. I might actually be able to score with a demon who is one of my top picks in the first place, so...
Well, you've got one more evening to find out.
I have entirely forgotten which one of these increases Boldness. I'm pretty sure Outdoors was Fun, Gym was Charm. I think Bathrooms is Boldness. We're going with that.
Going to a public school restroom, public school, high school restroom is pretty bold.
Borderline suicidal, really. Okay, so what I'm hearing here is that somewhere in this game there is a hidden turtle that I can kill for 500 boldness points.
So, how important do you think the capital letter is online?
I mean, my actual advice would be wait a day or two, see if he does it again, and if not, then but yeah, no, capitalize it. Never do lowercase stuff. That's for peasants.
It works. Now, can you waylay the elephant?
Yes, like this is my chance.
All right, gotta decide who to ask to Monster Prom.
God, if I had $50 to spare, I would commission artwork of Oz waylaying the elephant. I've barely interacted with Damien, though. I've interacted with Miranda a lot more. Yeah, I feel like through dumb luck, I have interacted with Miranda quite a bit.
So, listeners, Chamomile's about to make his choice. When he makes the wrong choice and dies because of how badly he's done, I will podcast on my own, so don't worry.
Okay, this is it. I was unable to waylay the elephant, so now I'm going to try and kidnap her for ransom.
All right.
Like... Okay, dude, this is not my beloved. This is the one I think I have a shot with. Let's be clear on that. She is like my 4th or 5th pick. But I think she's the one I blundered into a relatively good position with.
Disgusting! Don't miss me. Disgusting!
You got the achievement Epic Loser. You made a robot AI that also rejected you.
And in the yearbook, I was voted most likely to be Razgard, the space goddess of illusion in disguise, which... I don't know. I feel like that's it.
That's an achievement. Miranda's best at wearing a crown, which I would have killed to have that description in the yearbook. Like, I'm pretty good at wearing a crown, but, like, the crown-wearing team at my high school was just, like, they were brutal. channel, and that was Monster Prom.
So yeah, that was a Monster Prom.
We will not be consulting the strategy guide and trying to figure out how to do less poorly next time, so don't even bother looking for another episode of Monster Prom. It will never happen. And I've certainly never played this before and have no idea how to get a comment, so don't even ask.
Yeah, and neither of us are connected to the internet, except yeah, we're on a landline with each other right now. So
what even is the internet? We don't have it where I live.
Right? I've heard of the internet. My publisher told me that he was going to use it to distribute the show somehow, but
yeah, what I've heard is like what they do is you record yourself playing the video game on a beat, which I assume is what you're doing, and then they send it out to Blockbuster, and people pick it out and read it.
I think
right?
The internet might be like a specific TV channel.
Oh.
Like you know, Channel 17 is the internet or whatever.
That's a weird name for a TV channel.